Okay, how to mod clothing into Mashbox is something a lot of people have been asking about. A lot of people are confused about it, so I thought I'd do a quick tutorial trying to make it as simple as possible and show you the process. So the first step is having the mod menu already installed in the game. I've done a tutorial for that. I will link to it in the description. All the necessary links will be in the description that you need for this whole process. First, follow that video, go through it all, and you'll know it's working if you press N and this appears. If it doesn't appear, go to the Mashbox Discord server and ask people there about it. I can't really do tech support for that because I don't really understand how it works. It's a pretty simple process, you shouldn't have any problems, but if you do, go ask there. Right, for the purpose of this video, we're going to use the Tyshawn Jones skin and all the necessary clothing you need for that. To get that, you need to be in Huwie's Discord server. I'll add a link again to the description. Once you've joined, go to clothes and you'll see basically a collection of different things here that you can use. Also the puffer jacket that I used in a previous video. For now, click to Tyshawn Jones head and you'll see a link here to Nexus mods. Unfortunately, you'll need a Nexus mods account. It's very easy to create, but once you get in there, you can download the zip. And just in case, because some people will get confused, you go in Nexus mods, go down to here, files, manual download, and then slow download. It doesn't take long. Once you open the Tyshawn Jones zip file, you'll see the file structure looks like this. Mods, Mashbox mod, and it goes down to character, and it basically matches the Mashbox folder that's within Steam. So Mashbox, mods, Mashbox mod, and here you'll see character. Maybe if you're making this the first time you won't have a character folder. In that case you can just drag this right over and then it'll create everything for you. If you already have it, you can go one further and just add in the body and gloves folders. In any case that you don't have a file or a folder over on this side, just move it over and create it and it should be fine. And just to show you, you go in body, you'll have a head Tyshawn, in gloves, arms and hands, so you know everything's in the right place. Now, as you will have noticed, there was the folder with the arms and hands, so it's basically his head model and his arms and hands, which you all kind of apply separately, but there won't be any clothes. Each model tends to have clothes that fit them. You can't generally use a different model with a different type of clothing because it doesn't quite mesh together. So in some cases it does work, but for the most part you want to kind of stick to the same group of things because then you know it'll all work together. So what we don't have is pants, shirts and shoes. So you have two options in terms of pants. There's just this one shirt that will fit him, I think, for now. And also two pairs of shoes. You can choose whichever. It's probably best to get all of them because then you can just select between them in the menu. And again, it's the same process. You go to Nexus mods to download these two. You may notice in the comments there's some extra ones. There's a khaki version. This will be like the green and the black. You'll get a lighter khaki version and somebody's also made a wood camo. So do check below because there may be additional versions of it that you can use as well. So again, we're using the example of the shirt. You'll open it up, it'll say mods. It'll line up over here. Mods, Mashbox mod, mods, Mashbox mod, character. And this time you notice it's a top folder. Drag that over. If you already have it, feel free to go in one and add in because I've got a few different things at the minute. It's basically the same process as before. I'm guessing you will have gotten used to the process by this point, but the same thing will happen with the pants and also the shoes. You move everything over, it should all have its own corresponding folder, and then you're ready to use them in the game. So right now we have the Trill skin. This is a different one. It's all different body parts and clothing as well. So make a good example of changing everything over completely. Press N to go into Mashbox mod, and you'll notice all these items on the left side over here. So you want to go to head Tyshawn. You'll notice the model has changed. His arms and hands have disappeared as well. The reason he is white is because you've input the model, but there's also materials, or basically like the skin that goes over it. So if we go from models to materials, there'll be a head Tyshawn, and you'll notice it's coloured in now. The next thing you want to do is add his arms and hands. In this case, I think it will be arms because he'll be wearing a short sleeve. Yeah, so you'll see that's filled in. Again, go to materials, body Tyshawn. And there you go. Next up, we downloaded the summer shirt, so pick summer shirt. And you should have a few different versions. There's a black, classic, black and white, and classic. Choose whichever one suits you. We installed bottoms as well, so let's go with, well, either is okay. Let's say Supreme. Go to materials, and there'll be some corresponding materials. There's the khaki as well, which I downloaded, which I mentioned before. Or you got the green or the black. Finally, shoes. Let's go with, say, these Nike ones, AJ ones. And there will also be a corresponding skin. And you notice those have filled in as well. And there you go. That's basically the process of modding clothes into the game. Now, if you're wondering where the Trill skin was, that's located currently in the Volution Discord. I know, it's kind of all over the place and it's a mess, but I'll add a link to that as well to the description. Go to Mashbox down here, textures, clothes, and you'll see there's the Tyshawn model as well, and Trill. There's also a Chase model, which I did use originally, so you could download that and have a few different variations. This Trill model has everything together as a set. It has all the folders you need, so that's also one option if you don't want to handle dealing with lots of other clothes. So just to show you what the Trill zip looks like, all of the necessary folders are all together as one batch, so you could literally move them over in one go if you're struggling a bit with the Tyshawn model or you just don't want to deal with lots of different downloads. And that is essentially it. The more stuff you add, the more options you'll have for each of these. Just remember that a model will also have corresponding materials, like the skin that goes on top, and in some cases for clothing you'll have different colours as well. If you try mixing and matching stuff, you may get some interesting results. Things may clip through each other. So generally you want to stick to the model that the clothing is made for. So that is essentially it. Once you've got it figured out, and maybe you've gone through the process a few times, you'll kind of get a feel for how it works, and then it's just a case of adding more and more stuff when you need it. Overall, it's not too bad. If you do have any more problems, my suggestion is go to the Mashbox, Discord, or maybe Huwie's server. Ask questions there if you're having a specific issue. Some people with the tutorial for the mods overall were struggling a bit. I can't really give much support because the process was fairly simple for me. But if you have any issues, just go ask somebody Discord-wise and somebody will hopefully help you out. Or if they're in a bad mood, they'll yell at you, but just don't pay attention to them. Oh yeah, one more thing to note, there's also Sungod, who's making his own textures. I'm not sure if some of them are paid or not, which has been a bit controversial with some people, but still, he's made actually quite a lot of clothing. But I don't have a link to his Discord server anywhere. I tried looking around just now to try and find it, but I didn't have any luck. So if anybody does have it, maybe post it in the comments for other people to see. Because yeah, he has a lot of clothing as well if you're really looking for a lot more options. So anyway, yeah, that should get you going on your journey to modding clothes and all that other stuff. Hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next time. We'll either be doing this map or something very similar.